Nick Gomez.
Yeah.
Thank
Nick
you for
Gomez.
coming to Preston's Weird Podcast.
That's the name. I
That's
love
the
it.
name.
That's great. Can I cuss on here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. I won't be overboard, but just know I can speak freely.
Yes, yeah. We're free. We're free to do whatever the hell we want. I think we're also past the like monetization window. Where it's like
it's too late now.
Yeah, I know.
There's no going back. Cool. So cheers to that.
Yeah,
man. Appreciate
Morning
you having
beer.
me on. I could not pass up the opportunity to have a beverage with you. So
yeah, dude.
Cheers, my guy.
This is doing it the right way. Like a real Texan drinking Lone Star.
Yeah.
First thing of the day. First-ish thing of the day.
Well, that's the thing about a golfer, man. It's never too early to drink.
Like a what?
A golfer?
Oh.
Yeah, man. It's never too early to have a beverage. It grows on you. Because
Yeah.
at first I'd be like, oh, kind of rough way to start the day. But you know what? My work schedule is cleared out for the rest of the day. I'm here having a good time. Makes it more authentic.
Yeah.
Like we're just boys sitting around drinking a beer.
Yep. Having a talk. When did you start playing golf?
Man, so most of my friends, especially growing up in New Mexico, know me as a baseball player. Because I played my whole life. I played college baseball, but I actually knew how to swing a golf club before I knew how to swing a baseball bat. My dad would take me to the driving range when I was like 4. Now, having said that, I never took it serious until COVID. I always knew how to play. Like in my late teens and 20s, I'd play maybe like once a year, and it was just god awful. And like by the end of it, I hated it. I've lost most of my golf balls. I was playing with shit clubs, and like making such shitty contact that like I was physically like hurting. Like my wrist would hurt, my back would hurt. I'm like, God, I am just spraying the ball everywhere. Every now and then I'd hammer one. I'd be like, oh God, that's nice. But then COVID hit, and New Mexico was super shut down. But at certain times, some of the golf courses were still open, and I had a client that was a member, and he lived on a country club. And they still had to maintain the course because you can't let the course go to shit because then it costs so much to get it back into shape.
Right.
So they maintained the course, and they knew people were out there walking the course playing. So they just spray paint a little cup on the greens instead of like cutting an actual cup into the green.
Right.
They'd spray paint a hole. So it gave you something to hit for or to aim for. And I would typically just go up, like once I got close enough to the green, I'd grab one of my alignment sticks and just plant it in the cup so I kind of had a view of what I was like hitting my ball at. And I played a lot in 2020. And then that same guy that was a member at that country club, he played on the Champions Tour, which is like the senior tour for PGA.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And so he was sponsored by a company called Shrixon. And so he gave me an old set of Shrixon irons. And at first I had never heard of the brand, which is funny because if I'm not mistaken, because of their influence in Asia, they're like the biggest golf company because they're like a huge Asian company. And I looked into Shrixon, and I was like, oh shit, these are actually like legit clubs. And for whatever reason, the fact that I actually had a nice set of clubs, I was like, I'm gonna go full bore into this. And I've bought, man, last year, because they give you kind of like your Spotify Wrapped, the USA like Golf Association, their app sent me like a wrap of like what I did because I track all my stuff. Like I've gotten so into it now, and I pay to track my shit. And
that's another level, dude.
I know, dude. It's an addiction. I'm asking for help right now.
Yeah.
If you can't hear me crying, but yeah, loud and clear. But I played 75 rounds last year. Damn. That's more than a round a week.
Yeah.
Like, and if I wasn't playing around, I was at the range. I got my handicap, and you're probably not super familiar with the handicap system.
I'm not. What is the handicap system?
Handicap system is they take a summarization of like your best scores over like a 20 round period, and they gauge it at like the highest potential of that. It's not like how far you are. So most courses to shoot par is 72 or 71. So it's not like, so me being a 7 handicap, doesn't mean I was shooting a 78 every time. In fact, I barely broke into the 70. Last summer I broke into the 70s for the first time. I shot a 79 and a 76 like off the cuff. I was flu game Jordan. And but it takes the highest potential. So it had me gauged at a 7 handicap, saying like my best game is probably 7 strokes away from par. So you look at like the best golfers in the world, like a Scotty Scheffler, I think he's a +9, which is absurd. That means he usually shoots like 9 under par. Or about. So yeah, last year I got mine down to a -7. So I was just playing a ton. A 7's good. Like if you know someone that's tracking their shit and they're legit like 7 handicap, you're like, oh, this guy can golf. And so that's like how obsessed I've got with it. And I love it, man.
That's awesome, man. Compared to the other sports you've done, how difficult is golf, and how long did it take you to get good, better at it?
Yeah. So to say, I'll say my three best sports, right? Baseball, golf, Muay Thai. Odd combination. But to get to like my peak where I'm like, yeah, I was my best then, it took significantly longer in golf than it did Muay Thai or baseball.
Really?
Baseball I picked up pretty quick. Like I my first year, which is weird, I was awful, god awful. I'm surprised I didn't quit. My coach did a good job at 8 years old of like keeping me entertained and not like just so broken because of how shitty I was. And but after that, like starting at 9 years old and on, I've always made like all-star teams or travel teams or regional teams. Like I picked up baseball pretty quick. I'd say after like the first year, I was probably considered a good baseball player at that time.
Okay.
And then Muay Thai, I was probably about a year in before my first fight, and I've had 2 fights now, and 4 total rounds in the 2 fights. I've lost 1 round, and so I'd say like to get where I was best at Muay Thai was probably a year and a half. Not to say that I couldn't get better at Muay Thai. I don't think I could have got better at baseball because I played my whole life, and I think I've played the best I will ever play. But
Right.
yeah, because I didn't play pro. I played in college, junior college, and but Muay Thai, like if COVID didn't hit, I could have kept ascending, I think, and but to get to the point where I was at my best was about a year and a half. And for golf, like I said, I started at 4, but I really won't count until 2020. And so again, that took me like 4.5 years to get to what I would say was my best golf. There's so many intricacies to the swing. It's not like
Right.
and everyone's got a different swing. There's no cookie cutter swing. But it's like hand, it's face place. There's so much shit that goes into a golf swing, and to repeat it, north of 70 times, and you got to take out putts, so whatever 60 times in a round, it's tough, dude. It's a hard sport to pick up.
What's the mental aspect of it?
A couple things. Don't get bored. Like you're out there for 4 hours. Like staying locked in for 4 hours if it's moving. Like if you're at a good pace. If you're on a slow course, man, it could take like 4.5, 5. It sucks. I hate it. That part's like. That's where you see like fights happen. We see like these dumb videos of like shit fighters fighting on a golf course. Yeah. It's because of the holdup. It's usually someone bitching about a holdup. Like, why are you hitting into us? You hit into people when they're playing too slow. You should never do that because it's very dangerous.
Right.
But there are sometimes you want to let people know like, hey, I'm behind you and you're playing slower than you should be playing. Because you kind of have like, once the group in front of you is on the green, you should tee off unless you're on a par 3, which is just a shorter hole. But if you're like waiting too long, or if someone's like north of 400 yards away from you, like hit the fucking ball. What do you guys just like sit around, they drink, they get chatty on the tee boxes, or they have no etiquette. Like there's new kids and they're just like in skater shoes and jeans and whatever, which again is fine. There's room for those kind of people in the game. It's okay. But you got to know the etiquette.
Right.
And it'll be better for you too. Like it's not slowing you down, and you still have your conversations with your boys. Just fucking keep playing while you're hitting the ball. But when you see fights on golf courses, that's where it's at. So again, that the pace of play, like you can get so bored and get like discouraged. And patience, dude. It's so hard. It's so hard to get good at it. It's a fucking challenging sport.
Yeah. It seems very difficult. Just like watching people trying to perfect the swing.
Yeah.
And trying to
it's
just
so
dial
hard
it in.
Dude, everyone has their own swing.
That's weird. So just looking from the outside in, it seems like there's a very set way of doing it. But is that not what it is? Is it body mechanics or
body mechanics, different body types, different swing thoughts? Like different coaches have different opinions. You ask, any baseball coach, how do you throw a 4-seam fastball? There's one way to hold the ball for a 4-seam fastball. Now you can apply different finger pressure or whatever you want, but I'm saying there's just one grip for a 4-seam. You're not holding a curveball. You're not holding a slider. It's a fucking 4-seam fastball. Golf, that is not the same, dude. Like there's like people will have different grips. People will have different swings for different clubs. Some people pause at the top of their swing. Some people take a super abbreviated backswing. And there's guys like that in the PGA that have that wide of a variant between their swings. And they're making millions of dollars a year, like some of the best in the world. You look at John Rahm, who's, again, probably a top 5 golfer in the world, super abbreviated backswing. And then you look at a guy like Jake Knapp, this kind of young, more exciting kid. He just played in the Tito Shorty Classic here in Austin. He's got such smooth tempo. It's like a big, slow, beautiful swing and then just goes. And so, again, there's just so many different variations of swings. And do you wrap? Do you go up? Do you have your club face go? And now you're trying to hit different shots. Am I hitting a draw? Am I hitting a fade? Am I trying to hit more of a stinger? Like, It's just so wild, dude.
Wow, dude. I would have never guessed, just like looking from the outside in.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's the hardest sport that I've done to pick up, and it's not physical. It's mental as fuck. Like it's so rough. Like I can go jump on a skate. I haven't skateboarded on north of 20 years. I could go jump on a skateboard and probably in 3 weeks I could get back to where I was. Like I could, hit a board slide and a kick flip and the simple shit I could do back then. Dude, golf is not like that. Golf is so tough.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you have to like maintain to keep, like you have to continue playing to
Yeah.
maintain a consistent level. That is crazy.
Yeah, dude, because like this year I haven't played near as much, especially like focusing more on fighting right now.
Right.
My handicap has like ballooned to like a 10.5, and it was a at the end of last year it was a 7.8. Yeah, because and a 10.5 is still good golf, but like you get to that point where you're like, fuck, I'm playing like shit. But statistically speaking, if I'm not mistaken, that's probably better than like 98% of people that golf, not pros excluded, obviously.
Right.
Well, fuck that stat might even include pros, to be honest with you. But there's a stat like that, something that like 97% of people that golf can't break 100. And so like to think like, oh man, I shot a fucking 86 today and it was kind of rough. It's like, I'm such an idiot. Like, and that's the thing is like, realize I'm not getting paid to do this. Like,
right.
Like that's not my gig. And like, I do not practice enough to bitch about it.
Yeah, but it's a mindset though. Like once you set a standard, you're not going to want to deviate from the standard.
No, especially, any sort of competitor is going to be that way.
Yeah.
No matter what, I'm 38 now. Like, I'm not trying to make the fucking tour, but like, I still want to be better than I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think again, any competitor is going to be like that. Like, there's always ways to get better.
Right. That mindset doesn't go away.
No.
Yeah.
That was probably the only reason I did a second High Rocks race. High Rocks is dumb. And the fact that it stands for Hybrid Rockstar is even fucking dumber.
Are you serious?
Yes, it stands for Hybrid Rockstar. And I know Squatch is fucking 18 feet away and they're big in High Rocks too. Hear me now. Hybrid Rockstar is a dumb fucking name.
Dude, that's stupid as shit.
I know, dude. Could you not think of anything better? Because it is like, it could be a cool event. Like, and don't get me wrong, it is. Like, it is the next CrossFit. Like, it is blowing the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get like tickets into these events.
Yes.
Like the ones for Houston and Dallas sold out. Lickety split. But like I'm not that kind of athlete. I don't care about that shit. I like real sports. Your sport is my sports conditioning. And it's became such a big thing, and I saw so many of the guys at Correct like just like killing themselves training for it, and I'm like, I miss that. I miss that grind. And so Anthony, one of the coaches at Correct, he talked me into doing one with him.
Yeah, y'all went to Rome to do that.
Well, yeah, we did one in Houston last year.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it was still this calendar year. Fuck, that was a long time ago. It was March of this year. And we did it. We had a decent time. Like I forget what it was, like 116 maybe. But it was that competitor that made me want to do a second one. And because as soon as we were done, we are like, oh man, we could both do so much better.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't really thinking about one like right away. But then I did get proposed to do one in Rome, and I was like, oh, like a destination one, like, and that if I ever do another one, it'll either be a destination one or B, like I'm dating someone that wants to do one.
Yeah.
I have no interest in going pro. I have no interest in doing a singles because I've done like a dual like both times, and Rome was just dope in general. Like it was a Rome trip that I had a really hard workout in it. Like that's a 1000%. We drank so much wine and ate so much. Like we did not cut the trip in any way. Like oh, we gotta stay ready for High Rocks.
Right.
Like the day before we didn't drink, and the day before that I think I had one drink. But like the 3 days before that were just a wine-filled adventure. And have you ever been to Rome or Italy?
No, I have not. No.
If you ever get the opportunity, like don't skimp out on that. Like don't not do it. Like go to Rome. It is fucking cool. Like going to the Colosseum was like really, really like impactful.
Yeah, man. I think because we're American and everything here was built from 1776 on.
Right, and even that shit's falling apart.
Yeah. Yeah. And you go to these like older places and you get to see like castles and old churches and they're tired of it. They're like, oh, whatever. This like rotten building.
It's so like this rotten building. Yeah, we saw a castle in Naples, right off the coast, and there's like scaffolding on it, like they're like trying to maintain it and shit, but it just looked like nobody gave a shit about it.
Right.
But like every corner, there's just like the most amazing church you've ever seen, and you're like, is this a church or like a museum? Like, is it a fully functioning church still? And they are. And But going to the Coliseum was different. I think again, kind of getting back into the world of combat athlete. Have you ever gone to a bare knuckle boxing fight?
Dude, I've not. No.
Doggy.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest to gladiators we'll see in our time.
Yeah. Oh,
because these guys are bloodying themselves. It's just a bludgeoning.
Yeah, bare knuckles different, man. Those guys are different.
And I went to like the biggest card they've had so far, and to the point where Conor McGregor stole my seat. Yeah, because I was with.
You gotta tell me more about this.
Yeah. I was with Freeze.
Oh, okay.
And it was when we were going to Denver, and this was the Luke Rockhold, Mike Perry main event.
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez and Frankie Edgar was the co-main event. I'm like, these are UFC legends.
Yeah.
And then there was another UFC. I want to say Luke Rothwell was also on the main card, but the heavyweight fight. It got because Freeze and I, we just thought it was cool. We're like, all right, dope. But we weren't like super into it, like to the point where we didn't even know how many rounds they went. And so they get to the end of 4 rounds, and I thought there were 4 rounds. And these heavyweights are just, it's hard to watch. Like they are beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And one of them's a local kid, not a big like former UFC name, but like a local to Denver. This was in Denver.
Okay.
And so like the crowd is the only thing keeping him on his feet. Like you could tell, like they're just cheering him on. And it goes to the end of the 4th round, and then we hear like the commentator like, all right, as we head into the 5th round, and Freeze and I just looked at each other, we're like, and he legit said to me, he's like, this is not safe. I was like, bro, I'm glad you think that too. I was like, this like as a civilized human. I was like, this is getting kind of hard to watch. And but dude, that's the closest gladiators we'll ever have, I think. Unless we get into we start getting into some purge times, which could happen.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know in today's day and age. But the Coliseum, getting in there. So my mom went there years ago, and she's always been like sensitive to like energy, like to the point where she was younger, she got asked to partake in an exorcism.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, because she was raised like super strict Catholic, like well versed in the Bible and all that stuff, and she was like, nope, I am not doing it. Like that shit attaches to you, and like that guy was legit possessed. But anyway, when she went to the Coliseum, she's like, I hated it. It felt so heavy. It felt so dark. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's wild. Yeah. She was feeling like the heaviness of it.
Right.
And when I went, I was like getting goosebumps. And I just kept thinking, I was like, man, imagine walking in here, because you get to, like floor level. Right. Obviously the floor is no longer there, and you can see like what was underneath it, which is crazy. But you get to like what would have been like the arena floor. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, imagine walking out here and just 50,000 people just cheering for you to die. I'm like, right. That is fucking like, imagine like you're like, this is everything I have right here. Like, so I was getting like goosebumps like thinking about it.
Yeah.
But it was cool. And again, getting to the point of like, you still see like right across from there is not the Coliseum. Right across from the Coliseum is, God, it's the name of a venue in California now outside of LA. But it's the original. It'll come to me later.
Yeah, I know.
But but it's like a king's like old house and like property and stuff, and like, or an emperor. And it's just these old. It looks like. Did you ever watch the cartoon Hercules?
No,
the Disney
but I know
movie?
What you're talking about. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Just, I mean, it's just like you're like, this is wild. This is like actually what it was like.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, like
the forum. The forum.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. The forum.
Yeah.
Fuck me, dude. That's so embarrassing. Cut that part. Cut the stuttering.
No, I remember the forum right off.
Yeah, the forum came to me right away. Like it was yesterday.
But like, so the scale of it too, 50,000 people when there were only how many people in the world?
Right.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you got to think about like the Roman civilization. It covered like a third of the earth at one point.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just insane to think about, and also to like, I think I looked it up, and the Colosseum was built in like 89 AD.
Okay.
And so it's like this building essentially was around the same time as Jesus.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's wild to think about. And I'm walking around this structure still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so cool. And, they have the cobblestone streets and just so many old things. We stayed like a block away from the Vatican. We didn't go into it. We went to St. Peter Basilica, which is amazing. Just this huge, huge old school church. And that's like right on the like border of Vatican City. But it was a certain time, like once every 25 years, the the Pope opens some door. I forget what it's called, but it's some door. I don't know if it's where like former popes are buried or something. It's some special door that they only open once every 25 years. And so it was that time that we were there. So there was just a mile-long line to get into the Vatican. And I was like, and also my mom, again, who was very, very Catholic growing up, she's like, it's okay. Like, she's like, I just don't, like, there's so many people. It's so touristy. Like, it's hard to get around. She's like, go see St. Peter Basilica. But she's like, the Vatican, like, you're not going to be sad you missed it. Other than, like, the art and the architecture and all that shit is obviously amazing. But she's like, it's St. Peter Basilica is better. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes the thing that everybody knows about is not the thing that you want to go to.
Yeah.
Like, for that reason.
I want to go where the locals are going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking about combat sports and Muay Thai, like, so you have a fight coming up?
It's looking promising. The promotion has reached out to me. The promoter owner has also reached out to me, asking me like what my record is, what weight I'd be willing to fight at, if I think I'd be able to get like a good attendance. So again, looking very promising. March 7th here in Austin.
Awesome.
Yeah, for Coalition Muay Thai.
Okay.
Yeah.
At 38, what makes you want to get back in the ring?
Honestly, the fact that I feel like I haven't taken a lot of damage as far as like mileage goes. You know, I'm not your typical 38-year-old fighter. I got into the sport late in general. Cause like I said, I played baseball my whole life, spent a good amount of my 20s married and sad. And, and then, so I got into fighting at 29, didn't have my first fight till 30, had 2 fights canceled over COVID. And, that's always kind of like left like a little bit of lingering of like, because after my last fight, I was supposed to fight the following weekend in the U.S. Muay Thai Open, but that's when I broke my foot. But I didn't realize I broke my foot until it hurt walking around after the fight. But I didn't get it checked until like a day or two later, and then I was like, fuck, like I'm not gonna be able to fight this weekend. And so again, I felt like I still had more to do, and man. No matter what competition I do, like whether it's High Rocks or again, I played in state championship baseball games. I played in college playoff baseball games. I won a men's amateur baseball league World Series, and there is nothing like walking into a ring.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like you want to talk about the ultimate, like, how do I want to test myself? Fight someone that's your same size and trying to do the same thing to you, and it's all fair game, and it's just you and him. You don't have a team to fall back on. Right. You don't have anybody to pick you up. Like it is you and him and your training and what you've put into it. And I think there's no greater test of a man than to step into a ring and fight another man that's doing the same thing.
Yeah, I have to agree 100%.
Yeah, you've done it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying.
It is. Yeah,
it's so terrifying. Like you hear about Cowboy Cerrone, like he would be like, yeah, man, before a fight, like I'm crying, I'm shitting, like it is like my stomach's turning, like it is tough. Not everyone's like that. Not everyone's like, some people love that shit, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make you a better fighter whether you love it or you hate it. Cowboy Cerrone's a Hall of Famer. Like he's got numerous UFC records. Like, and he's a guy that was terrified to fight. Like he hated that walk. Yeah. And again, so whether you're terrified or you love it, there's guys that love it that get knocked out all the fucking time. You know what I mean?
Reds.
Yeah. My IC Red, man, I'm 30-0 in the streets. Fuck, dude, means nothing in here.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, I think that's one of the most common misconceptions about fighting that I come across is that anger helps you.
Oh God, no.
No.
It's you. It hurts you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're dude. And as you know, like you're getting too amped up. Like it's a huge adrenaline dump. And if you're throwing everything 110% and you're angry, you're acting dumb, you're throwing sloppy shots, like if you're fighting someone that knows what they're doing, it's going to be a short night for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Matrix, like the guy who is calm versus the guy who's not.
Yeah.
Because you just see everything coming, and you know exactly. Oh, here he comes with this wild shot. And
yeah.
It's funny with like the experienced guys, with the guys who just started, and they're like they don't know how to control themselves yet.
Yeah, like a spazzy white belt.
Yeah.
That's why it's a term. Spazzy white belt's a real thing, and that's that guy. Yeah. You say that in jiu-jitsu and people will laugh. Like, because it's a real thing. It's the guy that's just trying to muscle through everything. Yeah. And all techniques out the window. And I get it. Like, people are like that. Man, I sparred Ty from Correct. Ty, front desk Ty.
Oh, yeah.
Manager Ty. Because we used to box. We used to spar back in Sport Performance. And there was one time because I couldn't kick him because he didn't want to throw kicks. And kicks are my thing because I'm a Muay Thai fighter. Or actually, knees are my thing. Definitely wasn't going to knee him. But I would like mess around with him because I'm not trying to like pepper him up. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just looking for a workout.
Yeah.
But he's white knuckling everything, dude. Like he's everything he's doing, he's like just hucking it.
Ty's not a small guy.
And he's not a small guy. Yeah. Ty's not a small individual. He's definitely taller than me, and he's got a couple pounds on me.
Yeah.
Love you, Ty. But we're sparring one time, and I'm trying to set up something stupid. Like, I'm trying to like double pump across to like step in and throw a body hook, just because like I always feel like body's kind of fair game.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to hit anybody in the head hard, especially a guy like Ty or a person that's not doing it for a profession. When you're doing it as like something you're pursuing, you got to get hit hard to know you can take it. And I fucking hate that, but it's true. But a guy like Ty, like I might pop a jab just to let him know, like, hey, keep your hands up. So again, I step in to set up something stupid. I'm like going not only physically 60%, but mentally 60%. Like, I should not have been this dumb. And he just wings a check hook like as hard as he could. The only time in my life, fights included, that I've been like flash knocked out. I dropped and popped right back up. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And it was 100% my fault. Bad defense, just dicking around. And Ty, and I think he was also wearing like 12-ounce gloves. Some Amazon special. Like Amazon, they say Amazon on the wrist.
Right.
Like you see his knuckle popping through.
Yeah.
He clocked me, man. But yeah, it was fun.
That's so funny.
Yeah, dude, he rocked my shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I believe that.
Good on you, Ty.
Oh yeah.
I'll get my money's worth.
Yeah. I'm always watching, looking at the gloves for the new guys.
Oh yeah.
Because the guy.
Yeah.
With
What do you got?
Yeah. Oh, 10 ounce. Really? Why do you have 10-ounce gloves and sparring? Oh, that's crazy. I guess you know. Yeah. Like there's always it's you just gotta always be suspicious of the new guy in the gym.
Yeah, man. Because again, they and no discredit to them, because I'm sure I was that guy at 1.2. They don't know the difference between quick and hard.
Yes.
Because there's two very different things. You don't have to throw everything hard. You do want to be quick because you want to land shit.
Right.
But that also, you have to be understanding on the receiving end of that. Because there's guys that'll turn it into ego sparring in a hurry.
Oh man, yeah. Every time.
You pop someone with a clean, crisp jab, even if it's at 50%, which is fine, it's a fight now. And I've had training partners like that where every time I see him, I'm like, I'm either A, not going to get a good around him because I'm not going to want to throw anything, or B, this should probably go on my record. And maybe my criminal record. But like, I there's value in those teammates, I suppose. And I heard, I'll leave names out of it, but a good friend of mine who's a pro fighter, he's like, I love teammates like that. He's like, 'cause I don't feel bad for beating the shit out of them. And I'm like, and this is a guy that beat the shit out of people. Like, he's a good fighter. And I was like, all right, cool. He's like, yeah. And the guy that we were speaking about specifically was another pro fighter that I had heard rumors that he trained very hard. And he's like, yeah, he does train hard. He's like, but I don't mind it because then I don't have to hold back and I don't feel bad about it because I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, he's not a guy that I'm gonna go like grab a beer with after. Like, he's a bad training partner, so I'm not gonna feel bad for beating him up.
Yeah.
And I'm
get
like,
that.
Makes sense. It's definitely a school of thought. Like, I don't disagree. But I hate ego sparring for sure.
Oh man, me too. But and part of it too is they don't realize what the levels are. Like, they don't realize how hard they're going and how low you're going.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously that's different for me. I was with the fight team like last Tuesday, getting cooked. I'm like the bottom tier, and those dudes have been like training every day. They're so on point right now, dude. Yeah, I came back in with like not real CTE, but because like everybody spars like really appropriate there.
Yeah,
because we will definitely blast each other to the body. Like, you'll get past it.
Body's fair game.
Hey, dude. Yeah, I think body's fair game and like 50-60% to the head.
Yeah, and you'll even get, especially in Muay Thai, you get a lot of what's called tech sparring, like technical sparring.
Yeah. That's when you really hurt someone with a kick.
Yeah. But you, like, coaches, you'll hear often coaches say go like 30% to the head.
Yeah.
But yeah, 30, I would say like up to 50 to 60% to the head is okay.
I guess I'm talking about not what we tell them, but what happens.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. You're told one thing, it's never that. They probably tell you 30 with the fact that they know it's going to get to north of that.
Right. Let's dial it down a little bit on the front.
Yeah, let's set a low entry. Yeah.
Well, the Muay Thai people are also a lot better at like tech sparring. Boxers are traditionally terrible at tech sparring.
Dude, I feel like boxers go hard as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
I watch like a lot of guys sparring online, and they're big names too. And I'm like, brother, that headgear helps with cuts. Headgear does not help a lot with like concussions, and on top of that, unless you have like the face bar, it's not gonna not break your nose.
Right.
Yeah. It's like again, they help. Headgear, in my opinion, is best for cuts because there is a lot of like accidental headbutting in boxing and in MMA in general. But dude, you're still getting your shit rocked.
Oh yeah, it makes hurts. Your head bigger.
Yeah, bigger target. You're hot. Like my first fight, it was a amateur Muay Thai fight in Arizona. Amateurs had to wear headgear, and I did not like it at all, dude. It's a bigger target, and I just felt like my head was cooking.
Yeah, with the Muay Thai guys, no headgear in sparring.
Yeah,
and someone was asking me like, "Do you wear the headgear?" I'm like, "No," and they're like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "It doesn't." Aside from the cuts, dude, it doesn't matter.
No. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I haven't worn my headgear since my first fight.
Yeah.
I
don't think they make amateur boxers wear them now either.
That's good. Yeah, will it be like that for the Olympics?
I think so.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody likes headgear. You know, again, it helps with it helps with the cuts. I think that's not the only benefit, but almost.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest
people
one.
still get knocked the fuck out, and again, it makes your head a bigger target, and you're still getting your brain rattled. Like it's not knocked out or not. If you're eating a big shot, your brain's shaking.
Yeah,
you know. So I don't like headgear.
Yeah, yeah. Think of like you have to learn how to control the punch and how to pull the punch without like delivering that like last bit.
Yeah,
and that's a skill in and of itself.
For sure.
The snap. Like
most times when I spar, my hands are open in my gloves. I'm just looking to pop.
Yeah,
unless I'm going to the body. And then we kind of said body fair game, but the angle at which you attack the body with your hands, you don't typically want to have like a softer wrist because you can break some shit.
Yeah.
So especially if you're looking for like a body hook, I guess like jab cross to the body, you can kind of get away with that. But if I'm looking for like a liver shot, I'm definitely closing my hand on that. But more often than not, my hands are fairly open when I'm sparring.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to crack anybody.
No. A lot of times I've cracked somebody in sparring has been completely accidental.
Yeah,
and they generally run right into the shot.
Yeah, that you see that. I've been on both ends of it. Like where you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna throw this like jab and then step out, and you throw a jab and you step right into a hook, and you're like, oh, that fucking hit harder than it should have. But that was also my momentum carrying me into his glove.
Yeah.
And I've been on the other side of it where I've like cracked some people's shit. And I'm like, ooh, you okay? Like, you remember Will, super tatted up Will from 10th Planet?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that guy. Will's a character. But the first time I sparred him, first of all, Kyle told me, he's like, hey, kind of, keep your head on a swivel with this guy because he goes at it.
Yeah.
But there was like 3 times in that round I had to ask him if he was okay. Because he was just stepping into shit. And I kind of felt bad. Right. And I was like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I was like, because it was the first time we'd ever met. It was before I started training him or anything. Because he was coming in with the MMA team to train.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I popped his shit a couple times. And I was like, yo, my bad, you all right? And he's like, no, I'm good, it's good. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man. Both Kyle and Wyatt have caught me. Everybody says the same thing about Wyatt. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but that hurt.
Sounds about right.
Both of them caught me with the hook. Like I threw a jab and was slipping out, and I just slipped right into it.
Oh, brother.
And it was like, ding, like I call it the white light.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah. Bing. Yeah. Been there.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. You ever do the tire drill? Where you both put a lead foot in the tire?
We did that with the bands yesterday.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Man.
That one's even rougher.
It was nasty.
Pulling you in.
Yes, dude. You can't.
Yeah,
there's
tough.
no like getting out with the slip.
Yeah. At least like when you have your foot in a tire, you can still like move your body around.
Right. You can move an angle. This was just us beating each other up.
Brother.
Yeah. With the fight
in the phone
team.
booth.
Yeah.
With the fight team. Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
What size gloves?
16s.
Okay. Cool. That's
Yeah.
Other than Ty popping me, I remember training for my first fight. We did that tire drill, and I did it with a kid, tall, lanky. He fought at 135. I fought at 148 at the time, and he just came with a cross right down the pipe, and it like clipped the tip of my nose, but like hit the top of my jaw.
Ugh.
Bro, that was one where I was like instant, like my eyes watered up. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, damn, that shit hurt. I finished out the round, but I was like, I gotta sit down for a sec. Like that shit, that was like that ping. I was like, what just happened?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, getting hit in the nose is funky.
That's the worst.
Man, I think my least favorite shot I've taken was when I was training for the fight, for one of my fights, and we were doing, it was the hard sparring stuff, and there was some pro like MMA guy came in, and man, he caught me on this it was really good work, but he caught me with an uppercut. And I need to get a new mouthpiece.
Oh, dog.
But I know, dude. But I've got the one where it goes like your bottom teeth and your top teeth.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I
Eddie
thought
Alvarez had that.
Okay.
And does it have like a windway in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looks cool. Well, I didn't have my jaw clenched, and he caught, the timing was great. So I throw a jab, and then when the elbow comes back, right when my arm comes back, he throws the rear upper and catches me right in the chin.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, right at the end. And the mouthpiece like caught on the tongue, and so I just cut my tongue up. Yeah, because I was like, I was tired and breathing too hard.
Yeah, mouth breathing.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, I'm a mouth breather.
Let's get it out there. Sorry.
It's just true.
Yeah.
I'm in the ring. I'm fighting. I'm a mouth breather.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, Knox guards here in town. Knox guards. They make a very good mouthpiece.
I know, man.
Yeah.
That's on the list of stuff I need to get.
Yeah, I got one. I'm a fan.
Yeah. He does like 3D molding and stuff too. Right?
Yeah, I when he did that 3D molding, I was like, you know what? I really should have got braces when I was younger. That was my first thought. But I was like, yeah, you know what? Hey, I've made it this far. Like J. Cole, crooked smile. But yeah, he did that 3D printing. I was like, ugh. But the mouth guard's great, and it's also a little thinner, which I like.
Yeah, dude,
it's not like a big bulky, like makes it hard to breathe mouthpiece, man.
That seems like, to me, it seems like I'd be able to breathe really well in that mouthpiece.
Yeah, and again, they're snug. A mouthpiece should fit you to the point where you need your hand to like pop it out. You shouldn't be able to pop it out with your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be that tight. Dude, and you see it. Do you remember did you watch Sean Magnus fight down in San Antonio like maybe 2 fights ago? He fought black dude wrestler.
Yes.
And he kicked his fucking teeth out. That guy's mouthpiece kept popping out. That was such a dogfight. I think Sean got dropped in the first round. He went to like throw a kick and ate a cross at the same time.
Yep.
And then Sean just like stuck it to that guy. And it was funny because it was 2 wrestlers and they were just beating the shit out of each other, which is always fun. But that guy's mouthpiece fit so poorly, and I think it really affected him in the fight, like his breathing, the fact that they had to stop it a couple times to put his mouthpiece back in, and the fact that it probably really hurt. Like his mouth was a bloody mess.
Is he the best wrestler of that group, or who gets that title?
You know, I would, from what I hear, I haven't gotten on the mats with these guys, but from what I hear, I would say it's probably a coin flip between him and Shane Keefe.
Yeah.
I hear Shane's super nasty on the mats.
Which is crazy because Shane's striking is so good.
Oh, dude. See, that's the strike. If Sean had that striking, he'd be right there too.
Oh,
but yeah, man. Shane's striking is nasty, dude. He was at AKA in California. He trained at American Kickboxing with fucking Cormier and Islam and Khabib. Yep. Like, that is a legit camp. And Shane put in time there, and he's a student, man. Like, that guy pays attention. Like, he know, like, the shit that his coaches taught him, he remembers and is now teaching other people. Like, Shane's a man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Shane, but I hear he's super nasty on the mats. Like, he's all about like his wrestling and he's really strong. Like, I've done his strength and conditioning. He's a strong, wiry dude.
Yeah. That's kind of like ideal fighter frame.
Yeah.
I remember the fight that Shane did with that guy where he put him out in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's a nasty cross, right? To like, yeah. And that one, it sounded different when he hit him. Like, I remember being in the audience and hearing that, and I was like, oh, fuck. That sounded like he got hit with a baseball bat. And dude dropped right away, just like a straight cross right down the pipe, just picture perfect. And it was the beginning of the end for that guy.
Yeah.
I think he crumbled up against the fence, right? And Shane landed a couple shots, and then the ref stepped in.
Yeah, ref just called that one off, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure you know, but like when you're at the point where you're not intelligently defending yourself, it's game over.
Oh, yeah. I remember Shane having so much trouble getting a fight, which I think is the most misunderstood part of the fight game. At least it was definitely for me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is the hard part, getting someone else to get in the ring. And then you think about like, oh, actually that is like, that's, yeah. A lot of people won't think they want to do it. And then they're like, oh shit, I'm going to have to go fight somebody.
Yeah.
Another grown man who's not smaller than me.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it's a fight. It's not training anymore. You're not sparring anymore.
No,
like,
you're fighting.
You're fighting. And then you like, say you do some research on Shane, and when he was coming into Fury, like, he was fresh out of Bellator, and he had beat a Gracie. Like, yeah, fuck, dude. If I was a 2-0 pro, I'd be like, well, who else you got? You know, maybe not. Maybe wait till I'm like, if I get to 7-0, I'll fight that guy.
Right.
But yeah, a guy trying to preserve their O, which is sadly something you see pretty common.
Yeah.
And I love boxing, but I think boxing has a big influence on that.
Oh, definitely.
Because and we've talked about this before in the past. You can get a UFC champion that has a 17-7 record. You will not get a boxing champion that has like more than 2 losses.
Right.
You know, like that O is a big deal in boxing, and it's a big deal in MMA as well. But you hear about like Jack Della Maddalena, he just lost the title at 170 to Islam, but he started off his pro career 0-2.
Oh wow!
And then went on a 17 fight win streak.
See,
yeah, 17-2. But again, started off 0-2, man. Starting off your pro career like that, like he's probably having thoughts of like maybe this isn't for me.
Yeah, oh yeah,
yeah, because that happens. Some guys they might have, and I have no idea what Jack's amateur career was, but you know. Maybe those might have been his first loss. You look at a guy like Andrew Craig, and not to compare him in this situation, but Andrew Craig didn't have his first loss until he got into the UFC. No, he was, I think, 11-0 when he got into the UFC as a pro.
Yeah.
So again, you get a guy like Jack that starts off 0-2 and then goes on a 17 fight win streak. How many boxers? Floyd Mayweather didn't start off 0-2 and then go and become Floyd Mayweather.
No.
He finished at 50-0, 49-0.
I think it was 49-0. I can't keep up with his record now with all these
all the exhibitions.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's getting paid handsomely for those. 'Cause he's fighting in like weird countries, right? Yeah, and like fighting like kickboxing stars in a super modified boxing fight. So I mean, good. Again, he's probably getting paid well, and also like I heard a story about this is unrelated to fighting, but it was Lil Wayne. He landed in a country that like when he landed on the private jet, it was like Abu Dhabi. I'll throw out a random country. That's not the actual country, but it was like a Middle East country. And when he landed, they got mad at him for like not checking his jewelry at customs. So they like confiscated a bunch of his jewelry.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'll say emperor. I don't know if that's the right term for this country, but the emperor found out about it and was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. What Lamborghini do you want? Like, let me know what style, what color." And Lil Wayne was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. I want this. I want an Aventador in black." And by the time he got back to Atlanta or wherever, he was it was like waiting for him at his house. Damn. So again, you think like Floyd's probably not only getting paid well, but he's probably just getting the most insane gifts, like fighting in these countries.
God, that's a good point.
Yeah, watches, cars, maybe houses, maybe he's getting property in these countries.
Right. Wow.
It's Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. He is the guy who basically created that system, though. Yeah. The O system.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was the first person to really protect it. I think Rocky Marciano, I guess, was like the first undefeated.
You're 49-0 with 46 KOs. You're not protecting shit. You're stomping people out for a living. You're cracking skulls and bouncing. Yeah. In the words of Conor McGregor. Yeah, dude. With 46 KOs, he wasn't afraid.
No.
Rocky Marciano. And it's so hard. Sorry, not to cut you off.
No, please.
It's kind of like the Babe Ruth versus Shohei Ohtani argument, like who was better. Totally different era, so hard to complain. But for my money, I love that record. 49-0 with 46 KOs.
Yeah.
Like, how do you say what you want about Muhammad Ali, say what you want about Floyd Mayweather. Like 49-0 with 46 KOs. I don't care what generation you're in. That's fucking wild.
Yes, I love his training regimen too.
Tell me.
It was all diet and super big heavy bag.
Really?
Yeah. He was like a heavy bag guy. Because like I think people don't realize that mitt work is a modern thing. Like nobody did mitt work. It was sparring and heavy bag.
Oh, really?
But yeah.
I don't know. As much as I love boxing, like I used to watch a lot with my dad, like ESPN Classic of like Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, like that era. But before that, again, I know about Rocky Marciano, but I'm not like super well versed in it. So this is news to me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But Marciano was like one of the first clean eaters, like as a methodology for maintaining his weight. And he was around a steady 190 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And so like,
how tall was he? Do you know?
He was fairly short.
I was gonna say, you look at pictures and videos, he looks like a stocky body.
Yeah. He was but even for a heavyweight then, he was still a little undersized. And so that makes the way that he dominated like just even more impressive.
Yeah. A kind of an undersized heavyweight.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like Rocky, the movie.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny when they like try to put him in there against like Ivan Drago or Hulk Hogan in Rocky.
Yeah.
It's like Sylvester Stallone's 5'8".
Right.
Like, what are we doing? He's next to 6'4" Hulk Hogan or 6'4" Dolph Lundgren. And you're trying to say they're in the same weight class when he very clearly weighs 165 pounds, 3% body fat.
Right.
But yeah, sorry, not to, again, I go on tangents. I'm ADHD for sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, me too.
Yeah.
That makes us a good podcast.
My people. Yeah. One of us.
One of us. That like weight. Usyk's kind of like that too. He's like a small heavyweight.
Yeah. I feel like I just saw him in a movie.
Usyk?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And someone was like, "Oh, that's the champ Usyk." I was like, "Oh, fuck, that is that guy." It escapes me, but I recently saw him in something. I swear.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Usyk is so silly. Like there's so many clips of him dancing and like they make like the press conferences and he's joking around and just like clowning with the reporters and not taking anything seriously. And then he beats everybody.
Yeah. And in multiple weight classes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I've been following him since he was cruiserweight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he's talking about how hard it is to stay at heavyweight.
I've heard that. I've heard him say that.
Yeah.
And to fight someone who is the very definition of heavyweight in Tyson Fury.
Yes.
Who is a massive human being with like an all-time long reach.
Yeah.
He's what, 6'5", 6'6"?
No, he's like, I thought, well,
maybe 6'7"?
Yeah, I think he's taller.
I think he is
that.
like 6'7". Yeah.
He's huge.
And has like an 85.5-inch reach, something shit like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What's Usyk, like 6'2"?
Yes, Usyk's like 6'3", and he, like 220.
Yeah.
And that's when he's bulking.
Yeah, that's a heavy, that's like, yeah.
But he's kind of I think Usyk's like a Kobe Bryant equivalent because he's so fundamentally sound.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like he just beats these people on really basic, doing the most basic things right for 12 rounds.
Yeah. Did you say you didn't watch the UFC card this past week?
No, I did not.
The main event, Peter Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili. Do yourself a favor and watch that. Okay. Peter Yan puts on in my opinion, from what I've seen, and I've been a pretty heavy duty fan for a while now. It's the ultimate display of truly mixing martial arts, because you have a guy in Merab who has set the record for UFC takedowns because he's just relentless. And dude, Peter Yan stuffed him like 94% of his attempts and also took him down 5 times.
Damn. And
just beat the shit out of him with his boxing. That's why you should watch that fight.
Okay.
Peter Yan's regarded as, even Connor has said that he's probably one of the best boxers in MMA. Huh. Peter Yan's boxing is super nasty, but he shows good judo. He shows good kickboxing. He blasted. I told you, he rocked him a couple times with body shots. Where like Merab, he got reactions from him 3 separate times with body kicks. So it wasn't just his wrestling. It wasn't just his boxing. Like everything was phenomenal. But his boxing you should watch that.
Cool. Yeah.
His boxing is super nasty. Peter Yan's one of the best boxers. And I'm so glad he got his belt back. It was unfortunate the way he lost it. Disqualification from an accidental. Well, it wasn't accidental. He just didn't know it was the rule because his corner was yelling at him different. He kneed Aljamain Sterling in the head while he was down. A lot of people think Aljamain milked that. I am also in that party. Okay. It just looked like a really bad acting job.
Yeah.
But that's how he lost his belt. And he went 5 years before he got it back. And he's only 32. But Peter Yan he's the truth, man. That guy's a savage. But his boxing, go watch that.
Cool. Yeah, I will. One thing I think is really interesting in MMA as far as boxing goes is how effective the jab is. I just can't
dude, you're gonna love that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Yan busted his ass up with his jab. It was a difference maker because it stopped a lot of his takedowns. Huh. Yeah, he used it so well for distancing and like hard. Like broke his nose, like multiple cuts. Like Merab's face is a mess afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah, and his is primarily that jab.
Yeah, I think the last fight I watched in UFC was the Pereira rematch. And I watched the one with him before.
With Ankalaev?
Yes.
Where, okay.
He just cooked him in the second one.
Oh, bro. He came out on a mission.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like it's like he was not getting paid by the hour. Like he's like, let me get in and get out as quick as I can. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't pay you for time and
no, man. Dude, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
But the first one, he had so much trouble with him. I was really surprised.
I hear there's some stuff behind that. I hear he might have had a broken hand going into that fight. I know he was having foot issues going into that fight. And then there was something else. I don't want to say staph, but there was something else that like was potentially causing him to be lethargic.
Okay.
Pereira.
Yeah.
Badea. But I've heard there were a couple things going in that fight. And one of the main ones was that he might have had a broken right hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was something like slowing him down, like conditioning wise, as far as like an illness.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think what's crazy about camp is all the things you have to fight in camp. Like it's the camp itself is tough.
The camp is harder, and as it should be, is so much harder than the fight.
Right. Yeah. I think Lennox Lewis said like that you've won the fight before you ever step in the ring.
Mm-hmm. And you know that too. You know, walking in, like, did I put in enough work?
Yep. Yeah. You feel it immediately.
Oh, dude.
As being a person who did not on my last fight.
Well, you got kind of late call, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I had to like make a really odd weight cut. They asked me to cut more weight than I expected. But mainly the problem for me was that I just didn't train the way I needed to because I had too much work. and I just couldn't like not work. Like, you know, I have a life and I have to, you know, priorities and all that.
I got a dog to feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not making excuses, but that's just the truth.
It's the reality of it for sure. I'm struggling with that now.
Yeah. You have to balance everything. And also I was carrying too much weight. Like when you're cutting weight and you are at a appropriate like muscle to fat ratio, then you're basically just cutting water off your muscle. And it's really easy to like make those large cuts. The fat doesn't go away.
No.
It just stays there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After because I at my height of like colossusness, I was 228 very soft pounds. I was a very fat guy. But for my first fight, I cut down to 148, and this was, you know, that was years. There's probably 5 years in between those two weights. But yeah, so 80-pound difference. And when I cut down to 148, and I was probably walking around at like 5% body fat at that point, at the height of the cut, I still had love handles. You know, I still, like it was one of those things. I was like, okay, like I was fat once, like I'll always have a little bit of extra. But and again, especially that last little water cut, it's just water. Like, and the more muscle mass you have, and like I guess we haven't really got into this, but I am a strength and conditioning coach that primarily works with MMA fighters.
Right.
So I'm very well versed with like the water cut, and we use the UFC's Performance Institute's water loading protocol for that. You intake a lot of water if you have appropriate time. Again, I don't remember how. I feel like you were super late notice for that fight, right?
Yeah. And
if
also,
you have a full week to water cut, you load so much. So not doing that is so hard.
Yeah, and the same day stuff. Like
yeah, that's right.
That's the really tough one because I'm trying to like refuel before the fight on the same day. And I thought I was going to cut to 201, which was the weight limit, but he asked me to cut to 195.
Oh fuck.
To match me with the other person who was lighter.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, cool.
That's a big ask, same day weight cut.
Yes, dude. Yes. And so I'm like in this sauna suit in the hotel room, just sweating. And then they matched me with a different person. And and so the other guy, like,
came in at 250. No, I'm just kidding. Who was the other guy? What did he weigh in at?
He was like 190 something. So like, and I was walking around to like 213. So cutting down to 201 was fine, but cutting down to 195 was rough, man.
At what point did you know you were taking this fight? Like how many days out?
I think it was the week of like, no, you don't have anyone. No, you do. Okay, you got one. I was like, oh.
And now it's somebody else.
Yeah. And now it's somebody else. That's what it's like with masters fighting, though. Like, you know, because there's just not a lot of people over a certain age who are stupid enough to pay to go fight somebody. I'm an idiot. Wow. I will put my money in.
There. Yeah.
Right, say man. Less.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, man. That's where I'm at now. Like you said, I'm 38. Like, why? But it's fucking awesome.
Well, why? I mean, I feel like because no one else does it.
Yeah,
like, that's the first reason.
Oh, dude, and like when you know someone else has done it, you're like, all right, that guy gets it.
Yeah.
There's like a little difference. Like when you talk to people that have done it, it's like, oh, and also training for it. The big thing I always say is people that know how to fight don't like to fight.
Right.
Like, but I never feel like in a bar or any situation like I should get out of here. Like it's not like and again, but it's never a sense of like I can't wait to hit somebody.
Right.
It's never that. In fact, I avoid situations like that at all costs. And Tim Kennedy's Sheepdog response course, I took it maybe 2 years ago. But the big thing they kept preaching is like the best situations where everybody goes home. Like just avoid it at all costs.
Yes.
Be prepared, but avoid it. And I've always kind of felt like that with learning how to fight. I'm so glad that I'm prepared and I feel confident in any situation. That doesn't mean I want it. Anything can happen. I can get hit in the head with a beer bottle from a buddy I didn't see.
Yep.
And I had a friend that I used to work with. That happened to him. He got hit with a beer mug on the side of his head and it cut an artery.
Man.
Like, and he was fine, fortunately, but he lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And his face, it was funny enough because he was actually a model. His face was fucked after that. Man. Like he had several big scars on the side of his face from a beer mug just getting smashed on the side of his head. So it's the shit you never see.
Right.
Like it's the guy in front of you, cool. Like try to de-escalate, but I'm not trying to get jumped, man. I'm from Albuquerque. I get that. That shit happens, man. You get stomped out in a hurry.
Yeah. I feel like you learn two lessons once you start fighting. You learn how durable the human body is and also how fragile it is.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like, no, you're good. And they're both like contrary lessons, but it's two versions of the same thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's good to be in the bar and feel like you can, handle yourself, but also like if something goes wrong, it's going to be like me and these two other guys.
Yeah. I don't want that.
Right.
Yeah, man. No. And then another thing, weapons, man. You never know who has something.
Yep.
Yeah. And you can be as skilled as you want. You're not gonna grapple a bullet. You're not gonna fucking submit that bullet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And even to speak on top of that, if you're grappling with a dude and he has a knife that you don't see, like, and that's stuff that they teach in the sheepdog course, which was my favorite part, was the grappling with weapons. Like you're like trying to get a weapon out of someone's hand. I'm like, this is actually kind of dope. It reminded me of like wrestling for the TV remote with my older brother.
Except it's a plastic knife.
Yeah, except it's a plastic knife that you're supposed to be treating like a real knife that could really kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, so again, and man, I've seen such gnarly videos of shit like that, and I don't go out looking for those videos, but sometimes you come across them, like just a dude grappling around with like a homeless guy, and he stands up and he just has a huge gash in his thigh, like thigh meat just hanging out, and I'm like, oh god. Like it's awful. So avoid that shit.
Yes, dude, movies make us highly underestimate how damaging knife fights are. You can die really quick.
Yeah, you can die really quick. And movies also, I think, really puff people up. Like, you are not a good fighter.
No.
You are not. I don't care how many UFCs you've watched. I don't care how many fucking Bruce Lee movies you've watched. You don't know what you're fucking doing unless you're a trained person. And you see people that are like, again, I just see red and I go. It's like, no, you fucking don't. But you see red, and then you're gonna see black because you're gonna get knocked the fuck out if you're lucky. So yeah, there's stuff like that, and it's just you hate to see it. And I think again, most people that know how to fight don't like to fight.
No, it's the last thing on your mind. Yeah, it was like, I'll do this in the gym. Yeah, it's always the people who don't that are like talking trash at the bar. Which reminds me of that like great Joe Schilling clip.
Oh man, Joe's a legend. I tell you, I trained him.
No, dude,
I trained Joe.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And also, sorry again, I keep interjecting on your stories.
No, good. Go ahead.
We'll get back to that because I talked to Joe about that. It's such a fucking awesome story. But I first met Joe when he was Cowboy Cerrone striking coach in Albuquerque.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Cowboy was co-owner of, or I think still is, co-owner of the strength and conditioning facility that I worked at. So that's why I worked with like a lot of the UFC guys. And so Joe would come in all the time, and dude, he is the most like menacing looking individual. Like he looks like he should have been in Sons of Anarchy.
Right.
But like he is so nice. He's like, don't get me wrong, he puts his foot down when he needs to.
Yeah.
But like I remember after my last fight, he was the first fighter that asked me how it went, asked if I had pictures. Like he was giving me advice during the weight cut. And I was like, dude, Joe is so fucking nice. And then he came out to Austin, he was filming a movie. And I think he was getting ready to, I don't know if it was for the karate combat fight. No, it was before that. I think he was actually like thinking about making a return to glory. And, but anyway, so I did his strength and conditioning while he was in town filming a movie at Correct.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, dude. Joe's the man. Yeah. He's given me like weed from his sponsors before.
Oh,
like Joe's the fucking man. Yeah.
What was his story on that clip?
Oh, the guy was an idiot, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Well, tell about the clip first, so the people at home that aren't familiar, and then I'll get into what Joe said about it.
Yeah, so there's this just douchebag that's like talking trash to the staff.
Allegedly said the N-word.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. The waiter was black. Yeah, and that was I think the manager said that the guy said that.
Yeah. And so he had that attitude of like, he's just like looking for someone.
Looks like Jersey Shore.
Yes. Yeah.
Like just arrogant little shit.
He's in his little like button-up shirt and like just got off work and like just got a lot of like latent rage going on. He's talking trash to the staff, and then Schilling walks by and I think he like accidentally bumps him.
Yeah.
Schilling kind of looks over and he's just like, "Oh, sorry, bro." And the guy's like, "What, bitch?" And then he like starts to kind of throw at him.
Yeah.
And Schilling just like throws a couple shots back.
Oh, just
boom.
a quick 3-2.
Boom.
I think he goes hook cross and just sleeps him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like minimal effort.
Oh yeah.
Talking about movie stuff. That's what. That's how the real life that usually doesn't happen. But
Right. Yeah. But that was yeah. So I guess.
And then the guy sued. And then he lost.
Yes.
Which is my favorite part.
Yeah. The guy shot himself in the foot. So Joe tells me, this guy's kind of like, he sees this guy acting like an ass all night, just drunk, loud, arrogant, talking shit to the staff. And like, I guess they're kind of like making eyes at each other. And so if you watch the video, because Joe goes to the bathroom, he comes back, he like bumps into the guys, he's trying to get past him because the guy's like dancing like in the aisle.
Yeah, he's like up in the middle.
Yeah, just being like just a peacock, right?
Yeah.
And so Joe tries to get by him, like bumps him. If you look in the video, at first the guy kind of like puts his hand up, like saying sorry, but then he realizes it's Joe. And then so he says something, and that's when Joe turns around, and the guy like steps up into his face and like flinches at him. And that's when Joe just whop, whop. And Florida is a stand your ground state. So where the guy shot himself in the foot, his last name was Balboa, the dude. And so he shows up, or the cops show up, sorry. The cops show up, and they're like getting all the details down, and one of the cops makes a comment like, oh, Balboa, like Rocky. And that guy was like, man, fuck Rocky. I've been training boxing for years, blah, blah, blah. Rocky's a chump. Like, it's like, oh, so you're trying to say this, because his big claim was like this well-trained fighter had attacked me. But now you're also saying you trained boxing for X amount of years. And then I guess in court, something similar happened where the guy kind of made a pompous ass of himself. And the judge was like, this is a fucking joke. Like, you're a joke. Get out of here. Wow. Yeah. And then Joe was telling me he also had some sort of, he didn't realize it. It was something that I guess he got while he was with Cowboy. But it was some sort of like self-defense insurance. And he's like, I didn't even realize I had it, but I think like we went to an event with Cowboy and like we just got signed up for it.
Oh,
yeah.
They have to do that for people who own guns too. Like,
yes, it's like the USAA or no, not USAA, but it's something like that. Yeah,
right.
USCA, conceal. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So the guy Joe told me like the guy just like not only even if he didn't make an ass of himself, like Joe still had a clear case. It was all on footage. But the guy was also just an asshole.
How do you look at Joe Schilling and think, I want to fight that guy?
Fuck no, no, dude. He is like, he's built like a video game villain.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. He's such broad shoulders. He's 6'3", like walks like a gorilla. He's got the skin tight fade.
Yes.
And a crooked nose. Like, I'm not messing with that guy. No. If I see him in an alley, I'm walking the other way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone but him.
No.
I don't even need to know about his kickboxing career.
Right. He's arguably the greatest American kickboxer of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And there are people that consider that too. And there's arguments for other people as well, but he's arguably the greatest American kickboxer of all time.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
He's a legend.
Yeah. That's so cool.
MMA and karate, combat karate didn't go so well for him, but his kickboxing career is legendary.
Huh. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. We've got time for one last question.
All right.
What were your impressions? Because we met at Onnit.
Mm-hmm.
What were your impressions of Onnit when you showed up, and how has that little thing evolved for you?
Man, so first time I came to Onnit, like I said, working for Cowboy Cerrone, I got to come out for a couple certifications, like 2017, 2018. And I remember just coming in there and thinking it was just like a wild playground. Okay. And then I remember reading Aubrey's book and just following online from New Mexico. I was in Albuquerque. And just thinking like, this is like a wonderland. Like this is just, again, kind of like a big playground, but people are like getting after it. And coming into work there, it didn't disappoint, man. I had that same vibe like when I went in there. It was still kind of like and it still is, dude. The community there and the vibe there is like second to none. And it's just kind of a come in and do whatever you want. Like there are dirty hippies swinging maces. There are jacked bodybuilders. There are models. There are fighters. Like, and it's all cool. It's not cliquey. It's not anything like that, man. It's the ultimate gym community. And since Correct has come in, and Aubrey's come back into the picture, it's only gotten better, man. Like we've got new art on the walls. We've been throwing events. It's just been such a good community. And again, I loved Onnit. I loved Onnit. I loved what it stood for. I loved what it represented. At the time, before Unilever, I loved the supplements as well. And I think the Correct supplements are the best thing Aubrey's done.
Oh, yeah. I have to agree. The fuel tastes amazing.
The fuel tastes amazing. But again, dude, I am a big believer in the energy. Like, I'm like, dude, this is better than Shroom Tech. This is better than Alpha Brain.
Yep.
And I don't get paid to say any of that
right.
Yet.
Yeah.
But
yeah, guys.
Yeah. You hear me, ETG?
Right.
But yeah, no, it's continuing. It's gotten better, and the community has just exploded. When I first started, we had 150 members, and I think we're just under 1,000 right now.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Man, Alex Earl reminded me of this, that when the gym started, that it wasn't really even meant to be a profitable gym.
No.
It was just a shoot space for all of us.
Yeah.
And like Aubrey's friends coming to town and other like Onnit influencers.
Yeah.
And then whenever, I forget when it was when they decided, hey, maybe we should like make this a profitable gym. Yeah. And then it just exploded. And then now it's where it's at. I'd say it's humble overachievers.
Yes. Yeah. But and there are definitely like levels of eliteness there, but like people that don't go around bragging about it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And we had this talk. I had this talk the other day. Sorry. It was like, there's something there for everybody. Like you need help with accounting, you need help moving, there are people there, like there are so many good connections in that building because there's all types of like walks of earth there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I've been in the sauna and somebody is like talking about their business or talking about their something else. And yeah, it's just like all legit. Like, oh yeah, I do this like financial trading company, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
You've got like
started an AI company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got like some expert that's just like sitting like couple seats down from you or whatever.
Yeah, then you got Alex Jones sitting in the corner.
With the MMA dude.
It's funny enough, even with like Aubrey, like the person that's like that kind of status that I've talked to the most in that building is Joe Rogan. Like, yeah, because he used to come in and train with John Wolf. And
right. Yeah,
I never wanted to fanboy because also I think not to brag about anything I've ever done because I'm just a dude, but like once you've worked with John Jones, like you don't really get starstruck. And seeing Joe, I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. It's Joe Rogan. And I just went back to like folding towels. Right. And then John Wolf called me over to introduce me. And I wasn't going to go talk to Joe Rogan. I don't have anything to say to him.
Right.
Yeah. And not in a bad way by any means.
No,
he just doesn't want to hear what I have to say.
It's a respect of their personal space.
Yes. Yeah. I know who he is. I don't, he's getting mobbed everywhere else. I don't need to bother him.
Right.
But John called me over to introduce me to talk MMA with him. And it was fantastic. We talked for like 10 minutes about multiple fighters and, that's more conversation than I've had with, Alex Jones or even Aubrey Marcus at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I met Jeremy Piven too.
Oh, dude, I trained Jeremy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Jeremy's the man. Yeah, he got me tickets to a Cubs Astros game because he's a huge Cubs fan. Oh, right behind the Cubs dugout. It's fucking phenomenal. Jeremy, thank you.
That's amazing.
Piven's the man. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
super
he's
nice.
Cool. And the Mountain, like.
Oh, dude, I remember when he came in. He was boxing.
Yeah.
He was gonna fight Eddie Hall.
Yep. Yeah. I remember when him and Brian Butts were standing next to each other. It was the first
time.
Brian
Butts is a big individual.
Yes, dude. Brian looks like a legitimate Viking.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the Mountain is just like made Brian look small, which is insane.
Yeah.
That's such a ridiculous statement.
Yeah, Brian's what 6'3", 240, and like 9% body fat, probably.
Yeah.
A rough guess, but that's probably not far off on any of those metrics.
Right.
And he looked like the Mountain's, famished brother. You know what I'm saying? Like he just wasn't fed as much as the Mountain, But because Butts is huge, but the Mountain, biggest individual I've ever seen.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like that.
Anyone that's ever seen him has probably said the same thing.
Like,
the biggest person I've ever seen in real life.
Right. I mean, you don't get a name like the Mountain for nothing.
No. Yeah, dude. Not at all. I think he recently set the world record for deadlift, broke his own record.
Really?
Yeah, around 1,100 pounds.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was something in kilos, but I think it was around 1,100 pounds on a deadlift.
That's insane.
Fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, thank you for being on my podcast, dude.
Thanks for the invite, man. I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Me too. Yeah. That's awesome.
Great time.
Man.
Anytime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. As long as you keep the beer stocked.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, brother.
Oh,
you went bottoms up.
Oh, yeah. You got to finish it.